sound of Jenny Beth. That is Broken Rib on 6 Music this morning. Before that, some Nirvana and Love Buzz. It is coming up to 9:10, and our guest is here for a Wednesday morning. Good morning to Alisha Boe.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm feeling great. I'm very excited to be here.
Oh my God, thank you for coming to see us.
I'm so excited.
How is life for you at the moment? Because I keep seeing you're in sort of the midst of a world press tour, essentially.
World press tour.
The world press tour.
It's been fun. It's been hectic. We spent the last week in New York, finishing it up in London, so it feels right, you know. Show's pretty British.
Yes.
Filmed in Scotland. It only feels right to end in the UK.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So you're here to talk about The Buccaneers, which is what you've been on the press world tour for.
Yes.
Which is a show inspired by the Pulitzer Prize winning author Edith Wharton's unfinished novel. For those who don't know about The Buccaneers, fill us in. What are they missing?
Oh, they're missing so much.
They're missing.
Oh, they're missing. Okay, you're missing.
You're missing.
Beautiful costumes, very beautiful young ladies from America coming to to London to get married in the 1870s, and drama ensues while everyone looks very beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's my best pitch.
That's a good pitch. I'm sold.
But
I
it's
was
fun.
sold. But this is series 2, which is about to start.
Yes.
When do we get it? Tomorrow?
I
Friday?
think it's out.
Oh, it's out.
I think it's happening right now. The first
okay.
episode.
Maybe it's today.
It's today on Apple TV Plus.
That would make sense. That's why you're here.
Yes.
Today.
It's today the 18th of June.
It is.
Wow, look at that. It's today.
And you're Alisha Boe.
And I'm Alisha, and you're Nicholas Grimshaw.
That's correct.
Wow, we're really doing well.
And we're on 6 Music. Here we
Great.
go. We're on this. So the last series was like the girls, I guess, seeing how the girls would be maybe in their 20s.
You know, we were just discussing this.
Yes.
I think I'm the oldest, which makes me feel weird. But the oldest in the 1870s, I believe, is 24, which I think is like 87 years old in modern times.
Yeah.
And all the other girls are like a fresh 18, 19, 20. But yeah, we're all a group of young ladies.
Yeah, and they were sort of last series, I guess, like partying, figuring themselves out, their place in the world. And then this, I guess, would you say this series is them a bit more settled?
Yes, I would. Yeah. Well, yes. The first season, they're very American, coming in loud. I play Conchita, and with a name like that,
that's a character.
You know that she was popping champagne left and right on lords and ladies. And she's had to settle very, very quickly. And now she has a job, which is unheard of. She's trying to make a living for her whole family. And she's very stressed out. And she's just trying to hustle, which we can all relate to.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen the first episode of this new series.
Okay.
But I'm sensing it's not an easy ride for her in this series.
Just a lot of brooding looks from Miss Conchita.
Yeah, the tea she was sipping the tea.
She was. She's looking
afoot.
at potential. She's the 1870s Tinder.
Yes.
That's what she is.
That's what she is.
Which was really fun to play.
I bet.
Because I was just looking at young, little suitable women and being like, oh, I can hook you up.
Oh, I know.
I'll pair you up with a very, very rich lord who will pay me very well.
Yes, you're basically that. That's what's going on. And what was it that drew you in when you got sent this script? Was there a specific thing that you thought, oh, yes, I will commit some time in my life to Conchita?
Yeah, I mean, her name is Conchita, so that's my only thing. Through line. I'm just going to end there.
I'm on board.
I'm on board. It was so different. I'd never done a period drama. And it just seemed really fun. It filmed in Scotland. I'd only read the first two episodes of the first season, or series, as you say here. And it just seemed like a lot of fun. And I really love that the love story was between the girls, which is really nice to explore female friendships, even though they get torn apart by men in drama. But yeah, it just seemed like a really fun project to be a part of.
I bet it is. How is it doing a period drama? Because I imagine, quite amazing that you are walking into these incredible houses and sets and the costume. There must be hours a day where you are becoming your character. Does that help when you've got a sort of a costume and a grand house to act within?
Absolutely. I definitely I was so excited to get into the costume, and then within 6 hours of being in the costume, I wanted to rip it off of my body because it's so painful. It's so painful. The corset really makes you feel like you can't breathe, but it is beautiful. Mm-hmm. But it does definitely help inform your work because you just feel how restricted women were back then. You can't move. I can't raise my arms past my shoulders. My boobs are up to my chin. It's like, it really does help inform your work. And also being in Scotland, we were filming in the countryside in a lot of stately homes, which, as growing up in America, you don't really get to see. So it was strange because you'd look around and you'd see all the background actors, your fellow actors, and these horses on carriages, and you'd feel you're just transported back in time.
You're like, I'm actually here.
I'm Conchita.
I am Conchita.
I am Conchita.
Conchita.
That's all I say in the show, actually. I literally don't have any other lines. I just turn, it's an extreme close-up, and I'm like, I am Conchita. It's really riveting work I do.
I am Conchita. Hey, we're going to get to some music now. Alisha, you have chosen Funkadelic as your choice as a heart race this morning. What is it about this song? Do you have any great memories of this? Where did you first hear it? What led you to choosing this Wednesday morning?
I just love this because I was thinking, like, what is a heart racer? And every morning, if I could choose a great playlist, it would be some form of Funkadelic mixed in there. And it just reminds me of being in high school. And I grew up in Los Angeles, and, maybe I was a little, like, for the first time I heard Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts, which, if you're a little stoned, are you allowed to say that? Kind of like opens your mind a bit. And it just was one of those things when you're 16, 17, and you're like, wow, this is really cool. I love funk. I love boogieing. And that's the most eloquent I could say that. But it's a good jam.
Eloquently done. Funkadelic, the choice of our guest, Alisha Boe. We will chat more the other side of biological speculation on Six Music. Biological speculation and Funkadelic, the choice of Alisha Boe, who is with us live in the studio this morning. Great choice.
Thanks.
Real great choice this morning.
Thank you very much.
I wanted to ask you about music as well, because the music in The Buccaneers, there's so much good stuff in it. I mean, the theme tune is the LCD Sound System cover. There's the likes of Warpaint, Alison Mosshart, Sharon Van Etten, Anna Phoebe, all on the soundtrack. All people that we love and play on Six. Was music a big part of your life when you were growing up?
Yes, definitely. It's so funny because my mom, she had me very young. She was 24 when she had me. So she was really into Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and all. So I grew up listening to just, all the pop music at that time. And then in high school, I had this really, really cool friend named Lydia. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, Lydia.
And I was at her place and she had this CD, like her parents were like punks, and she showed me the Sex Pistols. And I was kind of mind blown because it was so opposite of everything else. And then she showed me Fleetwood Mac and all of that old rock and roll stuff. And then I was like a very big purist in high school, as you do. You're like, no, I only listen to classic rock. And I'm like, I became obsessed with the Doors, and I felt like I was so alternative and cool. And then it just spread from there. But yeah, music is... I just listen to everything from Drake to soul music to, whatever really strikes my fancy.
Yeah, best way to be. Would you ever at school as well, like, commit to a look? Because we were talking on the radio the other day about when I liked Oasis, I was like, well, I'm only going to wear a parka and have my hair like Liam Gallagher. And then your music taste changed, and then your whole look changed as well.
Yeah.
Did you ever commit to like the rock look?
Not in high school, because I was like, I really wanted to be liked, so I wore like tank tops and Abercrombie jeans. But
oh my god, same.
Oh my god, great. But in middle school, I kind of caught the tail end of the scene movement. Like, you remember the emo scene movement? And I had a MySpace, and I really just wanted. I mean, I would shop at Hot Topic. Did you guys have that here?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, it's an emo store, and I would buy like the clip-on extensions that were like raccoon.
Oh.
Black and white down.
Yes.
I would have neon skinny jeans on and have this crazy, just bad straightened bangs to the side. My hair was curly, so it was just frizzy there. So I went through that in middle school, but I burnt all those photos. But ever since then...
Was you doing the sort of... I remember trying to do the swipe across low fringe as well and taking a really far away...
Oh, yeah. No, my cover photo was like my knees knocked in and like this and lips to the side.
You committed to the look.
I was really into it. But then high school came and I just wanted to be a girly girl and be really liked and have all the boys like me. And I don't think it's changed.
I wanted to talk to you as well about when you are on set and we were talking about Conchita on the period drama set in the costumes. Do you ever rely on music to help you get you either into a character, into a mood, or to get you out of it?
That's a good question. Actually, funnily enough, it depends on the show and the character.
Yeah.
For this one, no. So I've got nothing for you there. But usually when I do, I don't know why that is. But I
guess when you've got the costume and the set,
it's
so
too
extreme,
much.
you're like, I'm in there. Yeah. And also, like, no offense to the 1870s?
I mean, what am I... But also we use modern music.
What are we putting on? Yeah, and they use like modern music in it.
It's just too muddled. I can't confuse myself with my 3-word lines.
Get the MySpace anthems on.
I can't. Like, how else am I going to say I am Conchita without getting confused?
Right.
But for other characters, definitely I've made playlists and... I'll listen to them in the morning and in between takes. And especially if you have to do like an emotional scene, there's definitely certain pieces of music that will just get you there.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ask you about Julianne Moore because she was with us on the show last week.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the best time with her. And I was kind of like freaking out a bit about Julianne Moore coming on. And you worked with her in When You Finish Saving the World. How is a day at the office with Julianne Moore? She
is one of my favorite actresses. And I was so excited when I got this project because I wanted to be around her and just soak everything up. I didn't end up having any scenes with her.
Outrage.
But I know. It was still really fun. But I saw her, we shared one day on set because we kind of shot everyone out, and we passed by each other on the way to the trailer. And I was like, hi, and in the most meek way possible. Like, hi, Miss Moore, I'm Alisha Boe. It's so lovely to meet you. She goes, that's so nice to meet you. But that was kind of it. And then it was COVID time, so we didn't really have a real premiere.
Oh, mask.
I know, it's a sad, but I am her biggest fan.
Yeah,
I am her biggest fan.
She rules. She's great.
How was it?
She was amazing. She really was great. Yeah.
Okay, incredible.
She'd had a haircut and she was here to promote her new TV show, but she was also here to promote her new haircut.
Really? What was the haircut?
It's sort of a shoulder bob.
Oh.
Not a bob? I don't know. Is it a bob? No.
Lob.
Shoulder length.
It's a lob.
A lob?
Long bob.
Long bob.
Come on.
Well, yeah, she was in to talk about the lob.
I'm sure she looked fantastic. She is so beautiful.
Yes. And also it was written, that film was written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes.
Which we love him and he's done some of our favourite things. Well, is that something that you'd like to do, to transition into writing and directing, anything behind the scenes, anything behind the camera?
I would really love to produce. I think that would be my next step. Because I think it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to have control over which stories you want to tell and be a part of that process behind the scenes.
No one knows it better than actors as well, because you're there, you've been through the process, you know what it's like on the other side too.
And then you can cast yourself in them.
Yes. It's Alisha Boe the musical starring Alisha Boe.
Exactly.
Alisha, thank you so much for coming to see us.
Thank you. This was so fun.
Congratulations on The Buccaneers. You can see it right now. Series 2 out on Apple TV+. Alisha, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Welcome to the year 2000. Everyone, everywhere is having